Hey everybody, Deplorable Bobby here, and this is the way I see it. I want to thank my subscribers. You're the most important people on this channel. Without you, I wouldn't have a channel. So, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. Comment. Hit the like button. Believe it or not, it really helps to support my channel just by viewing a video and commenting and leaving a like. I've probably already done this, but I'm going to do it again. I want to thank the Great Dirtbag, and I want to thank Boston Girl, Dangerous Freedom, and Tony Patriot. All these people have donated to my channel, along with Liberty Smith. Don't let me forget him. And I'm grateful for every donation. My PayPal information is in the link below if you'd like to donate to this channel and help me grow. It's greatly appreciated. But either way, if you don't contribute, just subscribe, hit the like button, and leave me some comments. I always read my comments, and they're greatly appreciated. I want to talk a little bit today on abortion. And we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff that's going on in St. Louis and Chicago. June 19th, the St. Louis, Missouri Catholic News Agency came out with this. In a legal battle over closure of Missouri's last functioning Planned Parenthood abortion clinic, state health department officials cited 4 botched abortions as part of the reason they do not want to renew the abortion clinic's business license. On Friday, June 14th, the state health department sent the St. Louis clinic and the court documents and a letter, and in the statement it stated the deficiencies, which included details of the 4 botched abortions at the heart of the licensing dispute. William Coble of the State Health Department told reporters that records of these 4 botched abortions are sealed by Judge Seltzer. Why did he want to seal those people? He's protecting Planned Parenthood, plain and simple. In early June, Judge Seltzer ruled that doctors not currently employed by Planned Parenthood will not have to answer or respond or testify in the state's investigations. Seltzer said it's an undue burden on abortion doctors. The undue burden, everybody, is that poor baby that these doctors are murdering. That's where the burden lays. Refusal of doctors to cooperate with the state's investigation thwarts the department's ability to conduct a meaningful review of botched abortions and obstructs any possibility to ensure these botched abortions are not repeated. Lawyers for Planned Parenthood secured a restraining order in May from Judge Seltzer, which keeps the Planned Parenthood clinic open for business as usual in St. Louis. Even after 4 botched abortions recently. In a separate case, same week, June 14th, St. Louis Circuit Court Judge David Dowd ruled that Missouri's legislature cannot cut funding from the St. Louis Planned Parenthood clinic, after Planned Parenthood lawyers argued that the clinic is needed to provide much needed health care for women. Abortion wasn't even mentioned, as Planned Parenthood made the case for women's reproductive health care issues. They want to tell everybody, oh, it's a women's health care center. It's not just abortions. You know, we do pap smears and mammograms and screenings and counseling. That's a bunch of BS, people. Planned Parenthood does nothing but murder babies, plain and simple. There's no other way to describe Planned Parenthood It is a slaughterhouse for babies. Governor Mike Parson of Missouri said this decision by Judge Dowd will be appealed. Parson recently signed a bill that punishes abortion doctors who perform abortions after 8 weeks. You know, Archbishop Robert Carlson of St. Louis called the 8-week abortion a giant step forward for the pro-life movement. And I agree. Every state that passes a heartbeat bill or restricts abortions to before 8 weeks is doing all that they can to end abortion. We're fighting a fight every day with Planned Parenthood and the ACLU and these social justice judges who are nothing but demon rats at the heart, and they're going to support Planned Parenthood no matter what. They have to stay on the talking points of the Democratic Party. I don't believe for a minute that any God-fearing judge who sits on the court would allow these things to happen. I just don't believe it, people. You can't be a God-loving American and believe in this crap. It's just impossible. And again, from the Catholic News Agency, Baltimore, Maryland, same day, June 14th, 2019. While 2 Illinois bishops are unified in their strong opposition to the state's new abortion law, one bishop wants to prohibit lawmakers who support the new law from having Holy Communion. My question is this: how can you promote abortion rights and call yourself a Catholic in good standing with the Catholic Church? The true answer to this, people, is you can't. You cannot be a Catholic in good standing within the Catholic Church and be pro-abortion. That goes against everything that the Catholic Church teaches. It goes against the Pope, and it goes against God, as I've said many times before. Bishop Thomas Pabrocky of Springfield, Illinois, made the decision to refuse Holy Communion to legislators who deny independent rights to our unborn children and support the murder of innocents. Bishop Pabrocky said, to be clear, you can't be promoting abortion legislation and be a Catholic in good standing within the Catholic Church, and you do not need to receive Holy Communion because of your actions. The Illinois Reproductive Health Care Act, which is Senate Bill 25, signed by Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, it recognizes abortion as a fundamental right and mandates that insurance companies cover abortions. Can you believe that? Let's get this guy's name right. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. Remember that name, people. Just remember him. But you know, it goes even farther. Cardinal Blaise Cupich of Chicago said, what is pernicious and so very difficult is that it says the unborn child has absolutely no claim on human rights. It says human life is cheap in the state of Illinois, but it doesn't agree. This one cardinal, he doesn't agree that we should hold back the Holy Communion from these legislatures who support abortion. He says that the officials will face judgment from God, who is all-powerful, and I agree. Most definitely, these legislatures and people in our government who just don't want to murder our babies, you know, that they may get away with it here, but they're not going to get away with it the day they stand before God at the white throne judgment. I'm sure in my heart that He's going to say, depart from me, you workers of iniquity, for I never knew you. And that's going to be a terrible day for anyone that hears that. Because that simple sentence will condemn you to eternity in hell. Which, if you're a murderer of innocent babies, if you're an abortionist, if you're pro-abortion, hell is what you deserve. It's just a crying shame that we pro-life people can't see you burn in hell. Because you are evil. You're evil to your soul. Simple murder of a preborn baby. People, they do it like washing their hands. They don't even consider that baby as being a life. It's tissue. And nothing more than tissue that needs to be taken away. Because it's a growth. It's a cancer in that woman's belly. According to them. And my Lord, birthing a child is so dangerous that abortion for these women are the only hope for a healthy life. Give me a break. There are so many things. Michelle has mentioned it many times. Perforated bladder, lacerated uterus. There are so many things that could go wrong. Never mind infections, staph infections, and difficulty later in life when you may decide to try to have a child. Thanks to your abortion, you may be childless for the rest of your life. And I'm going to tell you, if you're an abortionist, if you want to murder a baby for convenience, I wish you were all sterile. No, that would be the ticket. Let's get rid of these abortion clinics and quit killing these babies, and let's open up some sterilization clinics. If these women don't want to get pregnant because of convenience, well, let them go and get a hysterectomy, have your tubes tied, do whatever it takes. At least that way you won't be killing our little babies while they're still in the womb, never given a chance to see the light of day or to breathe their first sweet breath of life. You are a murderer, plain and simple. So if you don't want to murder babies, have yourself sterilized. Maybe somebody should bring this up in Congress, try to pass a law that if you have an abortion, you also get sterilized so that you don't have another one. Oh, I know that sounds draconian. I know that sounds like dictatorship. But people, we're in a fight for the life of our children. And when you're in a fight for life, there's no holds barred. You fight with everything that you have. You stand tall and stand strong with your fellow patriots who stand with you against abortion. It's going to be a fight. It's been a fight from the very beginning. And the fight's only getting harder, and it's getting worse because of these demon rat social justice judges who keep passing these laws and making rulings in favor of Planned Parenthood over good God-fearing Americans. Murder of babies, plain and simple, is the battle cry for every Democrat that ever lives. You know, maybe back in the day, you know, there were some good Democrats, maybe. I really can't think of any. Maybe John Kennedy. But other than him, I can't think of a single demon rat that's worth the time of day or worth his salt. All they do is resist and obstruct and push abortion and push abortion and push abortion with their lies and their deception. They never tell you the truth about abortion. They never will. You know, Peprocki issued a decree. And he said, because of their leadership roles in promoting the evils of abortion by facilitating the passage of Senate Bill 25, House Speaker and Senate President Michael Madigan and John Cullerton have been barred from receiving Holy Communion within the Catholic Church because of their stance on abortion. Bishop Paprocki cited the Common Laws 9:15 and 9:16 in his decree. Canon 9:16 forbids Catholics of conscious mortal sins of supporting abortion from receiving Holy Communion. Canon 19:15 instructs the public figures who obstinately persevere in manifest sin are not to be able to receive the Holy Sacrament. Both Paprocki and Kupich told pro-lifers to continue the fight for life. Well, we intend to continue the fight for life, and we don't intend on slowing down or stopping. We've been, this has been a sin since its very conception. And I'm talking about abortion. And since R.V. Wade, we're going to continue. And know this, we are going to try and get this message across to the young people. The young people are our future. They need to understand the truth about abortion. They need to understand that abortion is wrong in the eyes of God. It's wrong in the eyes of humanity. How can you do such a thing? How can you murder an innocent baby? I just don't understand it. But this is not only an issue for the church. It's an issue for the soul of our country and for the American people as a whole. I say, if you live in Illinois, maybe you want to move. There's a lot of red states who are passing some great abortion or anti-abortion laws, but it's going to go before the appeals court. It's going to be turned down. It'll go to the Supreme Court. It'll be kicked back to the lower court. And the lower court has already condemned our preborn children with their rulings on these states who have restrictive abortion laws. Don't think for 1 minute that any of these states who've passed these restrictive abortion laws, don't believe for a minute their laws are going to go into effect on the day that they're supposed to go into effect. You can count on Planned Parenthood and the ACLU suing over these cases. And they've already sued most of the states. And of course these judges in these lower circuit courts, they're not wasting any time. They're jumping on the wagon and they're knocking down these laws in effect, not allowing them to actually become law. They're going to send it to the Supreme Court eventually, and it's going to get kicked right back. So people, no matter how hard we fight, trying to fight legally within these states to restrict abortion, to keep these abortion doctor murderers from killing all these babies without a reason other than convenience. But this is a hard fight. It's going to be a hard fight, and it's not going to end anytime soon. So I don't look for R.V. Wade to be overturned. Probably not in my lifetime. But I hope that someday it will be. I hope one day America becomes a God-loving country again and loves all precious life given by God. People, I didn't mean to go so long. My name's Deplorable Bobby. This is the way I see it. People, pray for our unborn children. People, pray for all children. Pray for all children. Pray for each other and pray for me. My name's Deplorable Bobby, and I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day.